What are some fun ways to answer everyday questions like, how's it going? So, how's it going?
Just nod your head. Don't even have to answer.
Nod.
Hmm.
Yeah, the nod is universal.
Hey, LaDonna Raeh, how's it going?
What's it? What are you talking about?
That would
That's
definitely,
how I respond.
and it would probably make some people mad because like you're being so literal.
Yeah.
So that would definitely make some people. That would definitely irk some people.
Yeah. Get ready for the LaDonna Raeh Show for exclusive interviews right here. Dope.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for watching the LaDonna Raeh Show. I'm LaDonna Raeh. And you know, from time to time, we'll hear some music that's super hip. And all I got to say is I wish I had this song many, many relationships ago. You know what? Join us in welcoming all the way from Maryland, Mr. Marnold himself with All We Know. And his song is trending over here, like by way of everything. What's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing bad. I'm doing bad and amazing, like the good bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
I get what you're
I
saying.
heard your song and I was like cracking up. It's funny, it's catchy, and it's still in my head weeks later.
Yeah, that was the whole point. We wanted to make it catchy and for people to just stick onto it and hold on to it. So I guess it did its job.
Yes, it did. Tell me a little bit about you as an artist so that everybody knows what to expect from Marnold.
Well, I'm from the DMV, and the one thing about being from the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, is we have a specific like flow and style of rap music that a lot of people listen to, and that's like punching in one line after another in the punchlines of the bars, and I just wanted to stick away with something like that was different from that. And because I wanted to be different, I didn't want to be like everyone else that was making music around here. So I've kind of like stuck to a Juice World, Kid Leroy type vibe, like alternative rap almost, and which is different because not that many people in the DMV are doing stuff like that.
I think you're spot on because, you know, when I heard this, I wouldn't dare compare you to anyone else, but the sound, if I were in a Juice World mode, it would definitely say, okay, I would put this in my playlist along with Juice World. But I'm glad you referenced him, you know, rest in peace, of course. You made a reference to some situations that people are really dealing with. And it could be a serious situation, but when you're the one that's on the other end of the receiving end of it, this song would definitely come into play.
Absolutely. And that's the whole thing about me when I write music. I try to make it relatable, but at the same time, not everybody's going to relate to me, and that's okay because my music's not made for everybody, if that makes sense.
It does.
And I know that kind of sounds like, whoa, like it's not made for everybody. It's not, because not everybody's going to like it, but the people who do like it, that's the people it's made for. And I'm going to keep making it for those people.
So we've been getting a lot of comments based on your song. Good comments, actually. You know, the way that the strategy, the way you laid out the rhythm and riding the beat, it's just perfect for that Lakeshore Drive ride here in Chicago. And also, if I were traveling, which I just returned from being out of town, your song was part of my playlist. And all I could do was laugh because I saw a few people that could probably use that same song at that same time. Especially on an airplane, you know. But I want to say that you are probably very, very, very talented in a way where you might be ahead of your time. When I listen to this song and just your whole attitude towards the project that you've been working on has been very humble. Because I was on Clubhouse when I heard you talk, and you sounded like you had been doing this for 30 years. But you're just very humble about the project that you put out and the ones you're working on.
Yeah, I don't really like putting out myself as somebody who's they're better than everyone else. Especially a lot of times when it comes to music, I'm an athlete, so in sports I do that all the time. But it's a little different for me for music. Just because it's a community and I want to work with people with it, and I want to build relationships and not have people look at me as, oh, he's arrogant. I want to be like confident, not cocky, that kind of thing. And I think it's very important in the music industry that it's a lot about the people you know and the relationships you build and just having that mindset of, I know I can do this. I can tell myself I can do this. I don't have to tell everybody else that I know I can do this. They know, but just by listening to it. So by keeping that mindset of, yeah, I'm just gonna let it roll and just have people listen to it. I'm gonna tell them what I do, but they can listen for themselves, and they'll see where I'm at with that.
Absolutely. What do your classmates say about your song?
A lot of my high school, because I already graduated. I graduated high school last year, so a lot of them. I just started making music like for real after I graduated. So it's been about a year now, and so a lot of them like were like kind of shocked because some of them didn't know I could sing, and then some of them were like, "Oh shoot, this man can rap." So it hasn't been any like bad responses. There's a lot of times it's been like, "Oh, this is different from anything we've heard." So it's been good.
Wow. I know that's got to make you feel like, I should have been doing this, because then, you would have had that moment in the yearbook and they say most talented.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that everyone's supporting you, and with friends and family, especially now and we're coming out of hopefully a pandemic, and we're constantly losing those people that have paved the way for us when it comes to music and song and singing and rapping and hip hop in general. Just not too long ago, we lost DMX. And that has really struck us hard, because DMX had quite the reputation for being, dog pound rapper and, paving the way for so many people. And I just want to thank you for putting out good music and making it rhyme and making it where we can dance to it, so that we can have you too be a future legend in your own right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point of my music. Like, me and Kyrie, who's Kid XK, who's the one who's on my song, we're doing a whole album together. So like our like whole like a process of like what we want the album to be like is like, it's gonna be out in the summer, so it's gonna be like a summer vibe. It's not gonna be all like, it's gonna be about real stuff, but it's not gonna have to be all depressing and stuff. It's gonna be about real issues. It's gonna be about stuff we're going through, but at the same time, just like this song, it was about like relationships, but it was upbeat, catchy. You think about what's happening, but it doesn't like bring you down, if that makes sense.
Right. It does make sense, because those relationships, when they don't work out, can bring you down. But when you listen to this song by Marnold, you won't be down for long. You're gonna laugh about it and then move on. What are some of your greatest influences that you've seen in the music industry?
Like people who've influenced me?
Yes.
In the music industry, one of them definitely has to be Juice WRLD. That's probably one of the biggest ones. That's who I had a lot of style on my music off of. He was someone that spoke about real stuff, and he wasn't scared to try new things with his music. As we see, it's very different. Trippie Redd, he's crazy. He's one of my favorite artists as well. And then when it comes to more of just like mainstream, not like hip hop rap, doesn't that like tied to a genre, I'd say probably one of my biggest influences is just, it's not actually a person, it's Trevecca. It's called Trevecca Nazarene University, their music group in Nashville. They basically gave me the opportunity to showcase my music.
Nice.
And because I went to a camp there and I got to perform it in front of people. So that basically just like gave me the confidence to perform and just like the opportunity, like the whole kick this whole thing off.
With the pandemic going on, we don't get to perform like normal. But what is the biggest performance that you've done during this pandemic?
It was a virtual performance, but it was still performance. It was on Clubhouse. There's about 400 people in the room, and I had my notifications on because I was like, they said there was going to be like a huge performance room. So I was like, okay, I got to get in there right. I was keep refreshing the page. I got in there, raised my hand, and Lakeith Stanfield, who's a very popular actor, the movie Black Judas just came out recently. He talked about how he loved like my sound and loved how I was original with it. And that was crazy because he's a huge movie star, and just hearing that from someone like him was just crazy.
Wow, that had to be a treat to hear him say, "Yo, man, that was hot." I mean, seriously, he did so well in that movie. So for him to be in that room and give you some feedback, man, I know that made you feel really good.
It did, and I got like probably like 50 to 100 followers off that one room. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So like the networking I got from it was amazing.
So speaking of followers, I want everyone to know where they can follow you, simply because this song is not your only project. You've got some other projects in the works. Tell us about those.
So I also have an EP out that's on my streaming platform called Headspace. That's out. I have one single out, All We Know, this one. And then we're dropping, me and Kid XK, we're dropping a joint album called All We Know. That's what it's called this June. So that's the newest project that's coming up, is the album.
Nice. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm excited. We have about 5 out of the 10 songs done right now. So we have them all written. We just have to make time to go to the studio and record it and, just get everything together.
But I'd like for you to tell everybody listening how to find your music and how to follow you and what you need them to do. Go.
Absolutely. So first off, music, the most important things. All streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Audio Max, SoundCloud, everything is going to be my name, Marnold, where you see it below, ARNOLD. Instagram is going to be Montclair, like the jacket, Matt with 3 T's, so Montclair Matt. Twitter, Marnold, and then 1540. And the song is called All We Know. So go get it.
That's right. Cop that.
Not just streaming it. I've been told this multiple times. Buying a single is like way crazier supporting than a stream. I'm not saying like streaming and buying it. Both of them are crucial for supporting. So everyone go stream and buy it.
Go buy it. That's right.
Only like 60 cents, I think.
I mean, come on. I've got it. So go buy it. Yes, it is part of my playlist. We've been talking to Marnold all the way from Maryland on the LaDonna Raeh Show. He is an artist to be reckoned with. So make sure that you go to all streaming platforms, but make sure that you actually download and buy the music, okay? Should I say buy first? Buy and download. There you go. I like how that sounds better. Go to Apple Music and get his song, All We Know. And when you listen to it, you won't have to say anything when that person japs out on you. All you have to do is press play. You're watching the LaDonna Raeh Show, and I'm LaDonna Raeh. Don't forget to get a subscription with us on YouTube, and that is going to be the best way to find all of these exclusive and unedited interviews so that you can tap in and get notifications every time we post a new one. We are also on Anchor. You can listen to the recorded podcast of this radio show because we are also on the FM station in Chicago on 88.9 FM. I am so excited to be talking to content creators all around the world. And you know something? Support them. They are independent artists, not to be forgotten or not to be slept on. You have to make sure that you put them in your playlist and jam it out. They're not only music creators, but we also deal with a lot of other content creators as well. But you have to tune in to see who we're talking to. All right. Again, we want to thank Mr. Marnold from Maryland with All We Know, and check out his video up next. Bye-bye for now.
Hey, this is Marnold from Davidsonville, Maryland. This is my song All We Know with my friend LaDonna Raeh on the LaDonna Raeh Show.
Hey, lucky one, you don't miss. Okay, Joe, that's fine.
This shit gon' clap.
I know, yeah. She don't ever do me right. Yeah. We know, yeah. She can never see my side. Will I take you back? No. Am I feeling sad? No. Don't know how I feel inside. You be on a cycle, mad and happy bipo. I can never see your side. I'm running out of fuel, energy is waste on you. Handy-manny, I'm a fool, I try to fix a broken tool. No, I won't be mad at you, that would just be gratitude. Fishing for another clue, wait, I think I caught us. Cause I know that, she know that, we know she don't ever do me right. And she know, cause we know that, I know I can never read your mind. Will I take you back? No. Am I feeling sad? No. Don't know how I feel inside. You be on a cycle, mad and happy bipo. I can never see your side.
I've
never been the selfish type, I wanna keep you first. I keep my head up, make it better, but you make it worse. You started out as a blessing, but you was just a curse. I put you on a pedestal, you put me in the dirt.
Someone told me I can have her. Listen to the shadow, now I'm feeling Ghost Casper. Listen to the flow and it will make your heart blacker. Called herself a meal, I said no baby, I'm a snacker. Try to play my heart, I said that baby, I'm a snag her. Looking way too far, but you can tell that she a swiper. Swiper said no swiping, got me running even faster. Kick her off the team and I'ma trade it to the cappers.
Look, I've been thinking, trying to keep you off my mind. It's like I love you and I hate you at the same damn time. I'm trying to keep my thoughts intact, but they won't stay in line. And all those times you say you love me, that was just a lie. Head down, keep it pushing, I just wanna make it work. I let you back into my life, but it just got me hurt. You told me that you was a blessing, but you just a curse. You tryna make it better, now you wanna make it worse. I know, 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 I know.